I've been sitting on this video for a while, but F it. I'm gonna tell you everything I know about Puerto Rico real estate, because I know it's gonna piss some of you off, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Hey, I'm Robbie Craig of the Flip Flop Flipper, and I've done over 3,000 deals over the last 26 years. About the last 9 of those years, I've been on the island of Puerto Rico, right here. Over the last 9 years on the island of Puerto Rico, we've done hundreds of deals. And a whole lot about what you're hearing about investing on the island of Puerto Rico, it's not wrong. It's just not the whole truth. And here's the thing, if you come to this island believing the hype, you're gonna lose money. So I'm gonna tell you in this video exactly what actually works. And by the way, guys, this isn't theory. This is from deals that I've actually done. And deals I've watched go bad right in front of me. Now real quick, before I go deeper, guys, I was just told that over 80% of you watching this channel on a regular basis haven't subscribed. 80%? If you're getting value out of what I say on this channel, then hit the subscribe button and hit the like button and share this video with one person that you know that's been talking about buying Puerto Rico real estate. It costs you absolutely nothing. It's free, in fact, and it tells YouTube to keep pushing the video out to people who want to hear it. And by the way, the free community link is right there in the description. All right, let's get back to the video. Hey, I didn't start here, guys. I was flipping houses back on the mainland, competing, grinding, doing thousands of deals, hustling every day. I'd closed over 3,000 deals on the mainland before I ever even set foot on this island. So when 2008 came around and wiped a bunch of my friends out, and I actually went penniless broke, and I had to start rebuilding from zero, I started looking at other markets. And Puerto Rico, it wasn't one of the first markets I looked at. It wasn't obvious at all. And it wasn't easy. But listen, that's exactly why it worked. And that first clue right there, if it feels easy, you're probably late. Most people that come down to Puerto Rico to invest, they overpay because they're buying what's available, what's clean, what's already been done, the turnkey stuff, the renovated stuff, the stuff that's already cash flowing. Look, you make your money in real estate when you buy. That's been my #1 rule in this business for over 26 years. If you overpay at the front end, there's no operator move, no magic Airbnb rate, there's not a tax play, and there's no even appreciation story that's gonna fix that. You're stuck for years and years. And this is the part no one wants to hear. If you're paying retail, and sometimes above retail, for something somebody else already made their money on, then you didn't find a deal, you didn't create something that was valuable, you just bought something at the top of the market. Anyone can do that. I've seen people come down to the island and pay $500,000 for something that was selling for $300,000 just a couple of months before that, because they think that their money goes further than from where they came. Like if you sell your $2 million 600 square foot condo in Los Angeles and you bring that money to Puerto Rico and you can buy this $500,000 condo that's 3 times the size, you think you're getting a bargain. Now let's talk about the stuff everybody wants. Nice areas with ocean views, walkable and safe, Condado, Ocean Park, or Old San Juan. Hey, these places are beautiful, there's no question about it, but they're overpriced. And the numbers, that's where people get in trouble. And lifestyle doesn't fix bad numbers. If you're paying a high price to get in, high HOA fees, and you've got more Airbnb competition than you ever expected on an island this size, what are you really buying? You're buying lifestyle, not margins. There's nothing wrong with buying a lifestyle property, something that you want to live in and enjoy, but don't confuse that as an investment, because lifestyle doesn't really return all that well. And it may feel good to have bought a property with a great ocean view, but the second that you try to rent it out and you realize that you're not going to make any type of return, well, that's a bad day. So let's talk about Airbnb, guys, because this is probably the one that gets pushed the hardest out there right now. And short-term rental properties can be incredible on this island. And I've got a bunch of them, and they produce like a beast. But let's be real, there's nothing passive about it. And here's where people get absolutely blindsided. You have guests texting you in the middle of the night because the AC's gone out. Cleaners that don't show up on Sunday for turnovers, appliances breaking in the middle of the summer rush, occupancy all over the place, going up one month and down the next for no reason that you can explain. Suddenly, you're not just an investor. You're running a small hospitality business. I've had weeks that everything's gone smoothly, and I've had weeks where it's problem after problem. We've had plumbers, electricians, 5-star reviews, 3-star reviews, upset guests, people who love us, all in the same week. And that's a roller coaster. And if you're not ready for that, not only will it eat up your returns, but it'll eat you inside as well. And if you're realizing right now, that sounds a lot more involved than I thought it would be. Well, guys, that's normal. That's actually a healthy reaction. And that's why being around a group of people who are actually doing these kind of deals matters so much. And listen, if this video is resonating with you up to this point, do me two quick favors. Hit that like button and share this video with one person that you know that's been talking about buying a property down here. And remember, the link to our free community, it's right there in the description. Let's talk about where the real money is. And it's not the pretty stuff. It's the stuff that most people avoid. And this is where almost everybody taps out. Guys, zombie houses. I love zombie houses. I'm talking about the ugly duckling, the worst house on the street. They're boarded up, weeds growing through the roof, hell, trees growing through the roof, things that can't be lived in. The power doesn't come on, the water doesn't work, there are no doors and windows, no one's lived there in a decade. Not only do they have all the physical problems, but they often come with title issues. They often have multiple heirs who don't like each other and don't agree on things. These are the deals that look complicated. Well, because they are complicated. And that right there, that's where the opportunity lives. It's the worst house in the best neighborhood. This is my favorite sentence in the whole business, because you can buy the worst house on the block and you're not paying for the finished product. You're not overpaying. You're buying it at a valuation way down here because that's where you should be paying for it. Then you force the equity by doing the work, by bringing it up to level with all of the nice houses in the neighborhood. And guys, that's solving a problem. And when real estate investors solve problems, they make money. One of my favorite deals on the islands, nobody wanted. It looked like a disaster. Hell, most of my deals on the island, nobody wanted, and they've all looked like a disaster. That's what I like to buy. The ones that need tons of work, have title issues. And this one that I'm thinking about, it had family fighting with each other for the last half of a decade. We sat with the family. We fixed all of the paperwork and all those title issues before we ever got hold of the property itself. And then we fixed the house. And that's where the money came from. Not because we bought the best house on the street, and mainly because we were willing to solve the problem that everybody else just walked past. Guys, if there's no problem, there's no deal. Write that down, or say it another way. If there's no problems, there's no profit. And this one right here, this is where people can really get hurt. They try to do this alone. Maybe they're even trying to do it alone from the mainland, from their laptop in an Airbnb in Dallas. They've got no relationship, no teams, no boots on the ground. And they think they're just gonna figure it out as they go. That gets expensive really fast. Puerto Rico is Relationship Island. I say this on this channel over and over, and I'm going to keep saying it. This isn't Dallas, Orlando, Atlanta, or New York. You can't Zoom meeting your way into the island of Puerto Rico. You need people on the ground. Contractors, lawyers, lenders, title companies, property managers, wholesalers, and most importantly, a group of other investors who've already made a bunch of mistakes on the island so that you don't have to make the same mistakes they did. And let me tell you something that I say all the time. If you're sitting in the room with the 5 biggest real estate investors on the island of Puerto Rico, you will become the 6th. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time talking deals with. And that's exactly why we built a community around this concept. Because trying to figure this island out solo, that's where people lose their shirt every single time. I've been watching this happen for nearly 9 years now. Again, the community link is pinned right there in the description, and it's free to join. Walk in and see what real deals look like from the inside. See the real numbers from real estate investors on the island, and see if it's for you. I'll see you there. Now let's reset everything. Puerto Rico's not a cheat code. It's not buy anything and win. It's not I'll do this from Texas and everything will work out. And again, here's the part people completely miss. This is one of the best opportunities that there is in 2026 to become a real estate investor. If you do it right, your money goes further, you make bigger profits, but it doesn't work if you try to do it from your laptop in New York City. It doesn't work if you don't have relationships on the island with boots on the ground. It doesn't work if you're not part of a community of other like-minded real estate investors and entrepreneurs. And it doesn't work if you just show up to the island and buy the nice stuff at retail prices. Remember this, you've got to buy things right. You need to create value, solve problems. This is the backbone, the lifeblood of being a real estate investor. And on the island of Puerto Rico, again, Relationship Island, it's the whole game. And if you're going to play the game down here, and you're going to do it consistently for a long period of time, you'll build the kind of real generational wealth that we're all looking for. The kind of generational wealth that'll get you out of the rat race. Hell, get your entire family out of the rat race for good. And I didn't come here because it's easy. I came here because these streets are filled with opportunity. And I worked my ass off for the first 20 years of my life on the mainland to even have the right to be here. And guys, when I showed up, I stayed. Because almost 9 years later, most people still don't see it clearly. They're chasing the easy deals, and I'm chasing the real ones. And the people that are in my community, a part of my network, they're chasing the real deals as well. And so if you're serious about doing deals on the island, and not just watching another YouTube video, not just talking about it, but actually getting in the game, then join our free community. The link's in the description. Go join, it's free, it costs you nothing. And that's where we break down the real deals with real numbers. The ugly, the messy, the complicated ones. The things that no one else on YouTube is touching. The things, guys, that quite honestly helped me to add a zero to my net worth. Because I came and I looked at the chaos and I saw the opportunity and we rolled up our sleeves and worked our ass off. If you're willing to do that, we want you to be a part of our community. And guys, what I just said, this isn't theory. This is how it actually works on the island of Puerto Rico. If this video resonated with you, make sure you subscribe to the channel before you close it out. Hit that like button and leave me a comment with the one thing that landed the hardest.